All right, boys and germs, today we're talking chesticles and how we can make them stronger for any sort of a press motion, and also so we can build them so they look better inside t-shirts. Simple as. So the golden rule here is regardless if you're using a barbell, dumbbells, or working on a machine, the golden rule is time under tension. Putting the muscle itself under a contracted state for as long as possible, and even move it through a range of motion under that tension, okay? This is the golden rule for no matter what you're trying to achieve in strength or muscle building. All right, so this dickhead is going to get his top off so I can show you better. All right? Okay, so at the moment, my pecticles are not contracted. They're in a relaxed state. This is pretty useless when it comes to pushing power. So now I'm going to tighten them up. Pecs are tight, my pecs are in a contracted position, and this is now time under tension. So technically, if I squeeze my pecs for long enough, they are going to get stronger and bigger over time. That is the science of it. But we use a barbell and dumbbell to increase the load on our body, or increase the load on that particular muscle in order to create more range of motion and more strength through a range of motion as well. So think about this when you're doing your bench press next. I would always start with my arms straight, whether it's barbell or dumbbell or even a machine. At this point, I squeeze my pecs together, okay? If I can keep that contraction on and slowly lower my arms and then drive back to the top, I'm getting more bang for my buck. This is what you sometimes see. The bar at the top and people kind of drop down fast, or dumbbells down fast, the pec isn't on, then we get all sorts of wobbly, weird things happening on the way back up. This shit is no good. Working reps too fast, trying to get the reps done rather than thinking about the purpose of why you're doing them is not going to deliver you the results that you're looking for. So slow shit down. Take time on the descent, the eccentric phase, or the descent of the press, and then drive back to the top. Because in that descent, if you can keep that tension on as you're lowering your arm, tension still on in the pec, and then drive back to the top, man, the metabolic damage that you're going to do to the muscle to create size and also to the nervous system is going to be fucking ridiculous. So your strength gains and size gains will come faster. This is more about what you're doing and why you're doing it than just getting the fucking thing done. Because you know yourself, you can pick up a set of dumbbells and probably knock out 15 or 20 reps quite easy if you're doing it fast, but you need to slow that shit down to do a contracted range of motion the whole way down and back to the top. You might only do fucking 5 or 6 reps then, but that 5 or 6 reps that you've just done there are going to give you more value than the ones you've done fast. Little bit of an example, working with the barbell. Setting myself into position, tension on the pecs. So, and that will be the exact same setup if you're working on dumbbells. Slowly lower those dumbbells down, keeping the chest contracted, drive back to the top. And keeping that tension on the pec, as I said, is just going to create more bang for its worth, or more bang for your buck. So whatever you're trying to do, whether it's build strength or build a bit of size to make your t-shirt fit a bit better, remember, time under tension, slow the reps down, learn how to feel the muscle. Depending on how long you've been training in the gym, will depend on how well you can engage a muscle. But I'll tell you this one thing, start doing it now regardless, and you will get better. Even if your training experience is 10, 15 years, you can always improve. You can always get more of a contraction. You can start to feel the upper pecs more so than the lower pecs in certain movements, and also likewise, the lower pecs more so than the upper pecs. Learn to control what you're doing, learn to feel what you're doing, and when you see your training change and your chesticles grow. Giddy up!